Spider-Man 2002. We're going to go through and break it down. This is the spoiler review, so you haven't seen the movie and you don't like spoilers, do not watch this. Exactly what he said. But you love this, and you love spoilers, this is the video for you. And we're about to get to it now. What's up, world? Ali Zakka here. I'm back for the spoiler review of Movie Showdowns. We're doing Spider-Man 2002, the Tobey Maguire version. Steve Norman right here to my right, and we're about to break this movie down from start to finish, beginnings to end, the whole 9 yards. Let's get to it. 5 minutes of beginning credits. If you know the exact name of it, let us know, because I don't know if it's called beginning credits or not.
Beginning credits, who knows?
Yeah, so let us know, and pretty much go to a scene on the bus where Mary Jane's on the bus next to a guy, and Peter Parker's on the side trying to catch the bus, and the bus driver is like running off because he's a nerd, he's a dweeb, which,
man,
like, okay, if this is present day 2002, I don't think people are treating people like that.
I bet they did.
Well, we're more PC now. Yeah, get mad at me, internet. More PC now, like, oh, you shouldn't, like,
nerd,
right? But like nerds, I guess, are in today. I guess
they are.
I don't know. I think people are just more aware. Like we're cool with it. It's like cinema has made movies like this
who
awesome.
You want to be.
Yes. So they finally let Peter Parker on the bus, and they go to this laboratory. Is it a laboratory, or is it like I wasn't trying to.
School field trip to some sort of laboratory of some sort.
So it was lab, okay.
Mm-hmm. Where they had spiders everywhere.
I thought maybe it was like some kind of, what'd you call a place that houses insects?
Insectorium.
Really?
Yes.
That's why I was going to call it arachnotorium, but it's like, I don't think that's a word. That's why I was like,
oh, technically spiders aren't insects.
That's true. They're God damn it, it's Ali.
An invertebrate house. That might be something.
They're arachnids. Arachnoids?
Arachnids.
I should know this stuff.
He shouldn't.
Sorry, world. But
that was a double sorry right there.
Right? I should know this. I went to college. But yeah, so they're in here and Peter's like, Mary Jane, can I get pictures of you next to, or I guess I should mention Harry Osborn also get introduced. He's just kind of like there, and he's like, Mary, can I get pictures of you next to
all these creepy spiders?
And like he's just sitting there taking all these pics. For some reason, nobody noticed that one of the spiders is missing. Of all the scientists there keeping an eye out on these dangerous spiders, nobody knew one was missing.
Poor planning and poor management in general.
Right? And then all of a sudden, the spider just crawls down on Peter Parker's hand and bites him. And he's like, oh, what's this? Mary Jane goes off about her business, probably go try to talk to Harry.
I have a problem with this. If you were around dangerous spiders, you would tell someone that you were bit. Automatically, right then and there.
Did he know his bit?
I mean, if you see a spider crawling away and you feel like, ow, your hand.
True. Which also makes me wonder.
Together.
I think this is the actual thing in the comic books. Is that there's like there's a theory that the spider went and bit other people, so other people also had Spider-Man abilities because they never really
But that's not in this movie, though.
Yeah, it's not in this movie. I think that's a comic book.
That's probably a comic book thing.
I could be wrong. If you're a Spider-Man fan, let me know and just put that in the comment section. Say, hey, Ali, you're right. Or Ali, you're dead wrong. There's no such thing. Like, well, I'll take my L.
Well, shoot.
Right? So Peter goes home.
He doesn't feel good. He's talking to his aunts and uncle. Like, I'm not feeling good. He's not going to eat dinner. So he goes upstairs and he sees this giant welt on his hand. And this is where it really makes me mad. Because if you see a giant welt on your hand, it's like, oh, I got bit by a spider. You seek medical attention. But no, he's a dumbass. Just passes out.
He sleeps it off.
Like he passes out. He fell off the bed onto the floor and went,
And this has a lot of air in it. But, and yeah, so it cuts to Norman Osborn, who is Harry's father. He's also a scientist. He's trying to create a super soldier serum.
Of Oscorp. They're really rich, really powerful.
Which I wonder if somebody was like really nerdy and was like, oh, but dude, they keep trying to make another Captain America. They keep trying to make another, because that's how the Hulk got made. He tried to make another Captain America, another super soldier serum, but didn't work out. Oh, here's another one for the Green Goblin. And I remember the Green Goblin being crazy in the comic books, in the anime series, but I don't remember him being as like cool looking. They made this Green Goblin like
It's William Dafoe. William Dafoe is cool.
he's a huge William Dafoe fan,
I
guys.
am.
But like it made him like more like a soldier, kind of like machine, kind of weapon kind of guy, like was techie. But I feel like this Green Goblin should have been a little more. If he was
Menacing.
he should have used more technical stuff. Like
He just had these little bomb grenades that he threw, and
Yeah, like-
that was about it.
like, but he had this badass suit. He should have used a little more technical stuff.
I thought the suit looked awful.
Did you really?
I did. Looked really campy.
Yeah, the suit. When I really think about it, the suit doesn't really like stand out as long as I do remember the Green Goblin in this suit, but I don't like. That was it.
Yeah.
So the government's pulling the plug on the super serum. That's like, yeah, we're going back at Oscorp. So he decides to go ahead and get this made himself and try it on himself. It goes wrong. He gets a little crazy because the
A
serum
little crazy. He has like double personalities.
insane pretty much, and he kills one of his co-workers and wakes up at home. So back to Peter. Peter's like, I'm a new man now. I'm better. Like I don't need glasses anymore. He's all like,
Ooh, I can do anything I want.
right? And he goes.
But then he starts getting an attitude, especially with his aunt and uncle.
Yeah, and they asked like, hey, can you come help us out with
Painting.
painting? He's like, yeah, I'll do that later. But he went off. Yeah, he went to school and saved Mary Jane. His spider senses are kicking in. Like his abilities are coming in slowly but surely. And he realizing, I have powers now. So he goes and tests it. Like, I should say he got to fight with Flash Thompson because he realized he could shoot web out of his hands.
I have another problem with that though. So people know that Spider-Man in the future can use webs. How did no one in that cafeteria see giant webs come out of the dude's arm? Huh? Like, oh hey, two and two together, that's Spider-Man. But no.
Yeah. Well, I guess nobody would ever think that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Like, nobody would ever think Clark Kent is Superman. Complete defying logic. Just doesn't make any sense. He's too mild-mannered. The dude had web. We all was in class. He hit puberty the weirdest way. Because don't forget, he's in high school.
Not to mention the double backflip he does in the hall.
But yeah.
Then he throws food on Flash and they get in a fight. And he's dodging all these punches. He does double backflip.
And like knock Flash out. And he goes like trying to figure out what's going on. So he goes and like crawls a wall, which is like really iconic scene where he starts crawling the wall. Learning, he has all these powers.
It reminded me of Adam West, how he would go like that across walls.
God dang it.
Rest in peace, Adam West.
And then he trying to figure out how to make the web shoot that. So he does all these like different hand motions. Like he should have too sweet, but he didn't give the WWE. But he didn't like that. And he can swing. And he decided. Steve pointed out, like, why did we go across a busy street?
No costume or whatever. It was right across a busy street. Like, hey, someone's swinging across the street. Let's take pictures. Let's look at what he looks like. No.
I guess people are like, this is New York. People are crazy here all the time, so let's not worry about it. I guess that's what.
Crazy in New York.
Well, I'm just saying, like, movie logic. I don't know. Like,
Plot armor.
we're from the Midwest, dude. I don't know nothing about New York. I'm just trying to say what the movie logic would have been like.
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
Anyway, we're getting from the point. So one night, he goes back home, gets in a fight with his aunt and uncle, and then he wants to go make money.
He doesn't really get. I guess he does get a fight with them.
He does get in a fight.
And because he's gonna go make money, he goes and break a costume and goes to this wrestling thing, wrestling event. We get $30,000 for.
No, $3,000
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, my bad, guys. $3,000.
for winning the match.
Against the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah, which rest in peace, Macho Man. Like that was kind of cool seeing him in another movie.
That was
Like
pretty cool.
he did a signature elbow drop. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I mentioned that before in another video, but he does an elbow drop and everything. I was like, yes, vintage Macho Man. Peter Parker. Well, this is where he gets the name Amazing Spider-Man because he's like Spider-Man. He calls himself, I'm the Human Spider. Get this trash out of here. Dude's like, nah, man, the Amazing Spider-Man. He gets put in a steel cage match with
Randy Savage.
the Macho Man. Oh yeah. Anyway, he beats the Macho Man, and he doesn't get the money because he didn't meet the time limit. He beat him in 2 minutes instead of 3.
Technicality, he didn't get all the money.
Right. So the guy didn't give him the money, and Peter's walking away, and some robber runs up, steals the money, and runs off. And Peter didn't stop him. Which, unfortunately for Peter, if he would have stopped the guy, he would have prevented this whole thing from happening. But no, you need a reason to have this happen. So the dude, did he steal Ben Parker's car?
He stole his Uncle Ben's car and then shot him, and Uncle Ben dies. Then Peter Parker, Spider-Man, follows him to get revenge.
Which I have a problem with that scene because you watch Spider-Man 3.
It's a whole different guy.
No. The guy that was in Spider-Man 3 was like the accomplice of the guy that like he was already in a car. So why did he steal another car? unless I completely.
We'll have to watch it.
You gotta watch it
because about it.
I feel like he chickened out, but he still went to jail then.
But anyway, he starts beating him up, and then realizes it's the guy that he let go, and he gets really mad. And then this guy starts freaking out, starts backing up, and he falls out a window.
Well, Peter tracked him down and everything.
Yeah, that's it.
And like started fighting him in like this abandoned warehouse, and Peter was like, "Oh no, you're the guy who shot you're the guy I let go. You killed my uncle. What the?" And Peter, dude about to shoot Peter. Like in his moment of thought, dude about to shoot Peter. Peter smacked away the gun. Dude flips out and then finally falls into his death
through a window.
Through the window. Wow, we just watched this movie. I can't think of the next scene.
It's kind of difficult.
More, just.
So then they graduate. High school.
No, it's not the Green Goblin. Oh, the Green Goblin goes and kills some more.
No, first they graduate high school and they're all happy. Harry and Peter move in together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they go to some parade, and then the Green Goblin shows up.
No, it was before that. Before that, the Green Goblin goes and attack the military base. Because the dude's like, ah!
Yeah.
He goes, ah! And stands there. Because they try to test the war machine, and Green Goblin taking his revenge on everybody who said no to him. Mm-hmm. And then they should have graduated, moving together. Peter Parker finds Mary Jane. Mary Jane's dating Harry now. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's how bad this movie, like, mid part of this movie is, guys. Like, it's literally just like...
It's draining to watch.
And then we get to the parade scene, and Green Goblin's about to attack one of the military people. He does get his revenge on everybody. Kills in a really cheesy way. Spider-Man appears out of nowhere because he's there taking pictures. Oh, we missed Jay Jameson's intro because that's how Peter gets there, because Peter works for Daily Bugle now.
I forgot all about that.
That's how bad this is, guys. Like the mid part of this movie is...
He wants to make more money, so he goes to the Bugle with pictures of Spider-Man, even though he's Spider-Man.
So this is how Peter ends up there. See, here's the Green Goblin coming, puts his Spider-Man costume on.
Which really pisses me off again. Because people are running in all sorts of directions, and he just unveils his costume and his chest. People notice that stuff. People notice.
But would you somebody believed you, though? I guess at this point...
Yes, I would believe it.
Yeah. At this point, some giant web dude and some dude in a green costume are fighting each other in the sky. Yeah. So Peter Parker beats the Green Goblin and like saves Mary Jane, takes her to some place like, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This is when Mary Jane finally meets Peter Parker for the first time, kind of deal. That's why the scene.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, my bad. Meets Spider-Man for the first time. That's why the scene is kind of important. Next scene. Seriously, we just watched this movie and I just simply like blacking out on these scenes here.
It's when Willem Dafoe looks in the mirror and then he realizes, oh, I have a double personality. And sees that the Green Goblin talking to him in the mirror, and he says, I have a plan for everything.
That's true. We gotta get to the spider. We gotta get to the spider, making him join us kind of deal. More Mary Jane, more Peter Parker, more just nonsense stuff. Harry Osborn. Cut to Daily Bugle again, and Peter's talking to Jay Jameson, and then the Green Goblin busting out of nowhere.
Where's Spider-Man?
Who's
the photographer?
Asking for the guy who's close to Spider-Man, which is the photographer. Jay Jameson does not give him up to his credit, does not give up Peter Parker. Peter Parker goes out, somehow changes Spider-Man
plot armor.
Anyway, so the Green Goblin sees Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's talking to Jake Jameson, and the Green Goblin goes, "Now sleep," and shoots him with
pisses me off again.
With gas.
So sleep, and then he releases a sleeping powder, and Spider-Man's just like, "What?" And then they wake up on a roof, and he's threatening him, saying, "You should join me," saying the public's going to turn against you one day.
Yada yada yada. Spider-Man doesn't join him. He's like, "Well, you made a worse decision.
You've killed people." And then there's a fire.
Is that the next scene?
I think so.
When did he save Mary Jane? Again.
I don't know.
Maybe it's after. Okay, you're right. So there's a fire again. There's a fire. Peter Parker goes and saves his baby. The lady who earned her paycheck on that day, screaming, "My baby! My baby!" Earn that paycheck, man. Earn that paycheck.
And then he hears another scream in the building.
And guess who it is? The Green Goblin. They have a mini fight scene, dodging and everything, and Green Goblin wins this battle.
He does, but he cuts Peter on the arm.
Yeah.
Which is really important for the next scene.
So then they have like the family get together.
It's Thanksgiving.
Is it Thanksgiving?
It is.
This movie flew in
Yes,
time.
it did. It's Thanksgiving. They're all there, except Peter, who had to go get some kind of berries. And he tries entering through his bedroom as Spider-Man, which is so stupid, because big, "Oh, hey, look, Spider-Man's going in that building. Gee, I wonder where he lives. Oh, my God." Anyway, so they all go, "Oh, I think he's in his room." They all go up there, but he jumped on the ceiling to hide. And then you see a little blood trickle down. And
We forgot, because Green Goblin goes up there. I don't think anybody else goes up there.
no, they all do.
Okay, but Norman noticed it. Norman noticed the blood. He's like,
Norman is Green Goblin. I didn't know if we mentioned that.
Norman Osborn. I mentioned him earlier.
No.
But he noticed it, and he's like, "This doesn't seem right. Let me use my goblin senses."
Alright, anyway. So, there's blood that drops down from the ceiling, hits the floor, and he turns back around, Willem Dafoe. It's like, well, he looks up, he's not there. He's outside the window, like this, hiding below it. And Willem Dafoe comes up and looks down. He's like, "Oh, I didn't see anything."
Yeah. And then he walked to the front door, and I was like, "Oh, I guess he wasn't inside the house at all."
Oh my gosh.
So they're eating at the dinner table, and there's blood on Peter Parker's shirt.
And it starts showing through the shirt. And then Dafoe's like, "How'd you get that?" And Peter Parker starts making up stuff, and he's like, "I know what happened."
Right.
He realizes who he is, and then he storms out, and then
Well, you guys got to mention that him and his son, Harry, and Norman's son, Norman
but
and
they
Harry.
do it outside though.
Yeah, he
That's what I was
storms out.
getting
Okay.
You can say.
Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, they get in an argument, and pretty much Norman just runs in on Mary Jane and just goes in on her. Pretty much says she's not a good girlfriend, something like that, and Harry didn't stand up for her.
Gold digger.
Yeah. And Harry didn't stand up for her, and Mary Jane gets offended by this and leaves, so everybody's kind of storming out. Worst Thanksgiving ever. Everybody storms out, and Peter goes after Mary Jane, talk to her, something like that, calms her down, and she goes to go off by herself. But Peter notices that 4 guys are sitting there getting ready to like attack and jump Mary Jane, and he once again becomes Spider-Man, but somehow loses his mask in the fight, and then puts his mask back on.
And then him and Mary Jane kiss after he saves her.
Like an upside down, like
Wow.
that kind of thing. Doesn't look like that, but it's like, yeah. Which I asked Steve during the movie, like, I wonder how many couples tried that when this movie came out. The world would never know. They would never know. But he saves her, and Green Goblin is pretty much back to his place, and he's like, we know how to get the spider, attack his friends and family, and he goes after Aunt May.
I love this part. So she's praying in her house, and then he just bursts out of nowhere, and he's like, finish the prayer, and she's like, ah! And she should be dead after this huge explosion. There's no way she should be alive after a whole wall is blown up. No way whatsoever. But then she goes into a medical coma and stuff like that, and they end up in the hospital.
So this is all part of Green Goblin's plan. Peter checks on his aunt, and Mary Jane talks to his aunt. They talk to each other, something like that. And Mary Jane tells him that she has a crush on Spider-Man, yada yada yada. And then they cut to another scene. How did the Green Goblin kidnap Mary Jane? Did he bring her to her house?
I think he just found her.
How did Peter Parker find out that Mary Jane was kidnapped? No, he called.
Yeah, he calls. Because Mary Jane goes back home, calls Mary Jane, says, "Are you alright?" Then Green Goblin picks up like, "Ah ha ha ha."
That's right. Then you get another call. Think it's Mary Jane. It's Green Goblin. I got Mary Jane, and meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge, pretty much.
Bring $20. I got Mary Jane. That was a bad joke. That's how cringy the movie was. If you guys are cringing right now, that's what I felt the whole entire movie.
So, Green Goblin gets a streetcar. Is it or a trolley? Well, I don't know what he had.
Something in the air that goes across the air.
But he had that, and then he had, which is full of kids. So there's this car full of kids.
The
and Mary
children.
Jane.
Think about
and
the children.
He was like, "You have two choices. Make one. Either the girl or the kids." Drops them both. Peter somehow saves Mary Jane and then saves the car.
But what pisses me off, he went after Mary Jane first and not the kids.
He saved one person who's lighter.
Priorities, much.
One person is lighter. And he have a cord.
Priorities are the children.
There's a cord he gotta reach onto.
Priorities,
which he did.
Priorities are the children.
So he's able to capture both, like the kids and Mary Jane, and he's hanging there. And Green Goblin about to attack him, but people are like, "How dare you attack the kids?" And they're throwing trash.
Makes me get mad again because they're just throwing bricks and pipes, and you think that would hurt the Green Goblin?
But he's wearing a suit.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit. That should not hurt him. He's just like, I'm gonna kill him.
So like Roman Reigns wears a vest and armor. Should he not feel pain? Roman Reigns is the Green Goblin. WWE reference, guys. So Roman Reigns is the Green Goblin. Oh my gosh, he wears the vest, the padded vest.
I get it,
but he still gets hit.
I get it.
You think he shouldn't take pain?
But yeah, they start. All the Brooklyn people are like, "Hey, don't mess with him. You mess with him. You mess with all of us."
Right. So, which before they was like dogging out Spider-Man. Oh, I guess they wasn't dogging Spider-Man. Only one person was. That was Jay Jamison.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they fight off Green Goblin. And Spider-Man's able to save everybody. Oh, there's a boat coming too out of nowhere.
That's how they save the children. He puts the children on the boat.
Yeah, and then land Mary Jane on there, and then Green Goblin, who just sits there kind of watching him do this. Wait till he gets done, and then like instead of like.
And then he attacks.
But he didn't like. It wasn't like a. It was more like a.
Boop boop boop, and then he takes them off. They fly off into some kind of warehouse.
Right.
And they have their big fight there.
Which Green Goblin is kicking Spider-Man's butt, which always it maybe I guess reminded me to think like.
They downgraded Spider-Man's powers.
They downgraded Spider-Man's powers and then like just gave Green Goblin a sensu beam. It's like 100% power upgrade. Cause Green Goblin is not that strong. Like from what I know, like he used his tools and weapons more to fight off Spider-Man. He never really was like a monster.
Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man going
like
to blow
Randy
the blow.
Savage.
Like Randy Savage. Going to blow the blow with Spider-Man. Like he never did that. But in this movie, Green Goblin is kicking Spider-Man's butt.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider-Man uses agile and his agility and his spider sense to pretty much outwit the Green Goblin. However, there's a scene, the slow motion stuff in this movie.
Yeah, slow motion in any movie gets an automatic push down.
Whoa,
No.
300.
Stupid.
What?
Stupid. I didn't not like 300 that much.
Setting the world on fire, man.
Yeah.
But The Matrix.
Didn't like the Matrix.
Who are you?
I'm Stephen Norman.
But like the slow motion in this movie was really, it wasn't done right. It was
in one punch, and then they do the comic.
Just slow motion, every little thing, explosion, slow motion. No soul. But yeah. So yes, for those who listening, Steve was just slow motion swinging a punch at me. So that's what that noise was, guys.
It wouldn't even hurt him. He's so strong.
But it was, the fight was
Meh.
meh. As a villain, like a boss fight in a movie, it wasn't really that memorable. Like I completely forgot about the fight scene. I just remember Spider-Man going, screaming. Screaming.
And then we get to the conclusion when he starts beating him up. And then he's up against the wall. And then he's like, oh, don't hurt me, Peter. It's me, Norman. And then he starts standing up. He's like, you can forgive me.
And the reason why is because Norman Osborn put in like a father figure to Peter Parker in this movie.
So they didn't really show in the movie that
Yeah, they didn't really show. Did any of the movies show it?
No.
I don't think the Amazing Spider-Man wasn't the Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man. So, is Harry and Norman in this?
I don't think so.
Anyway, so yeah, he tried to do the "I'm on your side, wasn't me" kind of ploy, and Spider-Man sees right through it because Green Goblin uses his wristwatch
to get his glider to hit him.
But Peter's spider senses kicked in. Of all the times it kicked in, this was the moment, and he dodges it, backflips, and it hits Green Goblin in like the pelvic area. Which I still don't think how he can die from that.
There's lots of arteries in this section right here.
Okay, arteries. That makes sense.
You nicked that artery right there. You did.
Yeah. Okay. Cause like he didn't get him in the chest. He didn't get him in the stomach. He got him like in the pelvic.
Basically in the balls.
Yeah, you went there. I wasn't trying to say it like that. The movie didn't pay attention to it like that. But Green Goblin dies.
Mm-hmm.
Peter takes Norman Osborn back to his place, sit him on the bed, and Harry walks in and is like,
what did you do? Yeah.
But Peter, instead of just saying, hey man, your dad's a Green Goblin. Yeah. He's a Green Goblin. No, he just leaves. And
then they go to the
funeral.
And then Mary Jane tries to hit him.
Before that.
Oh.
Harry said he makes a threat like, I will figure out I will bring Spider-Man to justice. He killed my dad. And Peter Parker's like, good luck, buddy. You don't know. I'm standing right next to you.
Yeah.
And then
Mary Jane comes on to Peter Parker.
Because Peter's at his Uncle Ben's grave. He's looking at Uncle Ben's grave. And Mary Jane's like, pretty much give her
soul
to Peter Parker. Every bit of it. Like, just throwing it all out. This is Peter's moment. And he's like, I just want to be friends.
Because he realizes it just puts her in danger.
But he would just tell her, like, and she's aware of this, and he's like, hey, I have to walk right, you gotta walk left, just be aware of that. Like, hey, I gotta leave real quick. Hey,
It brings up too many questions. But anyway, that's the end of the movie. And thanks, science. I did not like it. C-.
Yeah, it's a solid, basic.
Solid? It's white girl basic.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, dang. Yeah, it's Spider-Man 2002 version. It is what it is. Take it or leave it with a grain of salt. Yeah, that's it. That's a spoiler review of Spider-Man. Once again, another movie. Yeah,
Yep.
It didn't hold up. It didn't hold up to nostalgia. Like,
Nope.
so if you want to go watch it yourself, then go watch it again and let me know what you think of the movie, guys. Kind of curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the very first Spider-Man. What you guys thought of it? Let us know. Steve, is there anywhere they can find you at?
On Facebook, it's Stephen Craig Norman. So just look that up, and I'm the first one and the only one.
All right.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to say thank you, but you beat me to it. Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it. And hopefully be back for Spider-Man 2 review. And thank you guys for listening or watching. And that was Movie Showdowns, the spoiler review of Spider-Man 2002, the Tobey Maguire version. See you guys next time, and keep being awesome. Hey guys, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it. If there's a comment or there's a topic or something you want me to talk about in the future, please put it in the comment section below. Also, please click on subscribe if you want more videos of Grind Towards Success or Movie Showdowns. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And lastly, you can follow me on Instagram here, follow me on Snapchat there for more daily and motivational tips. And you can watch the next episode of Grind Towards Success here or the previous episode or you can watch another episode of Movie Showdowns here, which is my movie review series. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next episode. Keep being awesome.